It was a Friday night filled with loud music, bright lights, and too many drinks. Clara, a young beautiful lady with dreams bigger than her small apartment, had gone to a party her best friend insisted on. She rarely drank, but that night, she wanted to forget her worries, her joblessness, her cheating boyfriend, and her cousin who never stopped mocking her. One drink became 3. Then 5. And soon, she found herself in the arms of a stranger, tall, handsome, and impossibly rich. His name was Leonard Hayes, a young billionaire who owned half the city's companies. They spent the night together in his luxury penthouse. Clara woke up in the morning, shocked, ashamed, and terrified of what she'd done. Leonard was still asleep, so she quietly picked up her clothes and sneaked out, leaving only the faint scent of her perfume behind. She never saw his face again. Days later, Clara tried to rebuild her life. But trouble came faster than she expected. Her boyfriend, Tony, and her cousin, Vanessa, framed her for a crime she didn't commit. They had been jealous of her beauty and kindness, and when she refused to join their shady deal, they pinned the blame on her. Police came for her at dawn. The evidence looked solid, her cousin testified against her, and even her boyfriend pretended to be innocent. Clara was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Her world shattered. Inside prison, life was harsh and cold. Weeks later, Clara started feeling sick, vomiting every morning, tired all the time. The prison nurse ran a test. "You're pregnant," the nurse said softly. Clara froze. The memory of that night with Leonard came rushing back. It had to be him. She cried every night, wondering how her life had turned into such misery. Months passed. Clara carried her pregnancy in pain and loneliness, bullied by other inmates and ignored by the guards. When her time came, she screamed for hours in labor until she gave birth to a baby girl. She was weak but managed to whisper, "Let me see my baby." The nurse hesitated, then lied. "I'm sorry, your baby didn't make it." Clara screamed, but her voice faded into unconsciousness. In truth, the baby was alive. The nurse, bribed by someone powerful, secretly handed the newborn to Mrs. Hayes, Leonard's mother. The old woman had discovered that her son had a child from a mysterious woman and wanted to raise the baby herself. 4 years later, Clara finally walked out of prison. She was thinner, quieter, and had no one waiting for her. Her cousin had disappeared, and her ex-boyfriend was living a happy life somewhere else. Clara found work as a nanny through an agency. The job was for a wealthy family,